Yo, sitting up still here. Just watched Alabama cheat their way to another win. Hope y'all saw that. Uh, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me. I'm gonna open up one of Shane's baby beers here. He's still got about 2 dozen left here. Let's run down the power rankings real quick before I gotta deal with these drunk Alabama fans. All right. Power rankings. Vanderbilt, no surprise, dead last. You're awful. Mississippi State, have we fired Zach Arnett yet? You're at 15. Every second Zach Arnett's our head coach, we sink further into oblivion. South Carolina got lucky to beat Jacksonville State, pick six, made it look like if you missed the game, I mean, Jacksonville State was literally going to win the game. They threw a pick six. Carolina wins by 10. They're awful. Auburn. Shows signs of life. Jarquez Hunter's good. Florida. Oh my God, what are we doing? You're at 12. You lost to Arkansas, who had lost 6 straight. Arkansas, big jump up, number 11. How can you move someone up this far, Mike? I'm already hearing you say that. Well, Danny knows his ass is gone, so we got respect on Arkansas again. Kentucky 10 just destroyed Mississippi State. Aggies 9 showed signs of life, nearly beat Ole Miss. Oklahoma 8, you're falling apart. I'm going to stop praising you. You're another loss. Tennessee 7, beat UConn by 100. Who cares? UConn, but Tennessee is getting better. Joe Milton being a difference there. Texas, not the same without Quinn Ewers. He's banged up. LSU, I dropped you to number 5. If they would call targeting, maybe you would have won that game. Alabama 4, again, yeah, good wins. I can already hear people bitching. Well, how do you have Ole Miss over them? Well, that was in Tuscaloosa. That was the LSU game. You lost to Texas. Hell, I got you over Texas, so I'll at least give you that. Mizzou number 3. If you ain't buying Mizzou stock now, I don't you're high or something. I mean, they went wire to wire basically with Georgia, who's number 1, and then Ole Miss too. Big jump for Ole Miss. So there's the power rankings. What do we got here, folks? Yes, Ole Miss got some flowers. They're getting some respect. They're not going to win the SEC West, but they came damn close. They came close. Yes, Jalen Milroe, very good. I think I saw a stat. I don't know if you guys saw this. Jalen Milroe, 4 rushing touchdowns on LSU. I think that's the most rushing touchdowns in Alabama. Let me look up the full stat because I don't want to screw this up. But it was something crazy here. Talk amongst yourselves while I look up stats. Jalen Milroe has many rushing touchdowns tonight, 4, as the previous 15 seasons combined. Alabama, LSU for a quarterback. Alabama quarterbacks. A.J. McCarron had 1. Jalen Hurts had 2 rushing touchdowns in 2 different. That's 2 games combined, and Tua had 1. So that's incredible. Yeah, Arkansas's back, baby. I told y'all you don't want to get rid of Sam Pittman. He just made a bad offensive coordinator hire. Now the Hogs are back. Florida fans say he did not watch any games after the Arkansas 2. You missed out. You missed on one hell of a game. Mizzou faltered, Mike, in second half, says Dottie, whatever your name is, but no, that's wrong. Mizzou had the lead in the second half. And again, find me a team that's going to go down to Georgia and push them for 4 quarters in Athens. I mean, there's 4 or 5 in the country, and maybe that's generous, So I don't know what Mizzou's got to do to get some respect, but for Dottie, Dodo, whatever your name is, he ain't got it yet. Dylan, is Napier on the hot seat now? I don't think so. I mean, he's awful at coaching. He's awful at delegating and managing, and he's got 200 staff members. They can't get enough people out there on special teams, mistake after mistake. But he's a hell of a coach. He's a great recruiter. It's the Billy Ball way. We're gonna do it like Saban and Kirby. We just got to give us time. We'll never catch up to them. We'll never have as good offense or defense as them, but we're going to be them. We're going to be better than them. That's what we're hoping for in Gainesville. Why is LSU Texas lower than I already said? Quinn Ewers is out. That's clearly affected the team. Not a good game today, I didn't think. Great Saturday, Michael Kelly. I think I got all my picks right. I think I nailed every single one, didn't I? No, I bet on Billy Ball. Damn it. I think I was 7-1. So good day. Any day the Razorbacks win is a good day to me. Does South Carolina make a bowl? Let's bring up their schedule real quick for anybody. Let's see. Now, this is not updated, obviously. They just beat Jacksonville State. Great win. They got to win out. Vanderbilt, Kentucky, Clemson. No shot in hell does South Carolina go to a bowl. Not after what I saw today. They're lucky to get one more win. Cousin Shane has chimed in. Hate that Gary is leaving us. You sound like Saban. I don't know if you all saw it, but during his coach's show, it wasn't Gary, it was the other guy that he's with. He had him on his coach's show and just, thanked him for all the help and making the SEC great and all this, yada, yada, yada. Anybody, you could say whatever you want about Gary and Brad, but anybody that watched that Georgia-Mizzou game, they'll tell you Gary and this other guy, they're a hell of a lot better than the crew for the Georgia game. Did Pittman save his job? I think so. I don't think he was going to lose his job, but certainly I think that was big. Swamp's got another leak here, says Jim. That's harsh. It's not very nice. Matt House needs to go, says Nicholas. Maybe. I don't know if that was on Matt House or not. No defensive backs. No difference makers in the front seven or on the defensive line that I saw against Alabama anyway. Yeah, everybody's happy to getting rid of Gary. Shane is not alone. Does Florida make a bowl game? Ooh, God. This is a sad conversation we are having with people on the show tonight. So again, not updated. They just lost to Arkansas. All Florida does, just got to win one at LSU. Nope. Jaden Daniels may not play that. So I don't want to say favored, but maybe they. Of course, Billy Ball, he can't win on the road outside of god awful South Carolina. At Missouri, Florida State. I'll stun you here. I think Florida pulls an upset somewhere. Because Mizzou could be coming off another loss. They just lost. They play Tennessee this week. That's tough. I don't think Jaden Daniels is going to play next week if he was in concussion protocol or whatever. How about this? Oh, I like this one from Jake. My God. Can we get these people? Man, I think I missed your comment here. Jake. Oh, here we go. Jake, how big of a dog is KJ? If you ain't buying into KJ now. He was running dudes over, flexing on them. Just an incredible performance. Does Arkansas win out? They're asking me. I think they do. It's that Missouri one that's got me worried, of course. But Auburn at home, Auburn's not a very complete team. FIU, honestly, don't know anything about them, but why in the hell would I pick FIU? And then just Missouri, they're all at home. A real opportunity. I think Arkansas has an outstanding shot to win out, which would get them back to a bowl game, obviously. Nussmeier, a good WB. I don't know about that. Not really seen him in any situation. Trying to think of the game this season where he played. He didn't look that good. What is LSU's record if Jaden Daniels is out? Let's throw that up. They'll beat Georgia State. I don't know if they beat A&M without Jaden Daniels. He should be back by then, surely, right? 3 weeks, but Florida, I think that's a toss-up with no Jane Daniels. I really do. Mm. South Carolina, are they going bowling, says Cousin Shane. Nope, they got to win out. Can you beat Vanderbilt at home? Yes, I can give you that one. Can you beat Kentucky at home? That's a toss-up. Clemson at home, another toss-up. Can you win 2 toss-ups? Not the South Carolina we saw today. They cannot. I know Shane Beamer's fired up, though. He said they were practicing like it was the damn Super Bowl this week. Well, by God, I'm a little worried that he does not know what it looks like to be practicing for the Super Bowl. John, he's answering your question here, Shane. Yes, South Carolina is going to the bowling alley. Bo's finally out on Jimbo. Thank you, God, Bo. Welcome to team. Get rid of Jimbo. He's got to go. Dan Lanning or Mike Elko? Give me Mike Elko. Has been down there, understands College Station. I'm not saying Dan Lanning's bad by any means. Clearly, he's doing a hell of a job, but I think the hype with him is a little overrated. Slightly. Give me Mike Elko. What else? Oh, Billy Derrick. Shout out, Mike. Vandy made Auburn look like a top 25 team today. That they did. But Vandy has a way of doing that to many a foe. Did Connor Stallion scout Jacksonville State? I don't believe he did, based on the way South Carolina. God, South Carolina's defense is pitiful. We got to think here. Who's the worst defense in the? I mean, it's South Carolina probably. LSU right behind them. Some awful defenses. We're still on the Cody Schrader top 3 SEC running back. Hard runner. He's definitely exceeded all expectations, but top 3 can't go that far. Hot Rod, Kenny Guyton flexing for Arkansas today. He got the game ball. Arkansas new offensive coordinator. He deserved it. Heck of a play, and defense made plays for Arkansas. But I think at the end of that game, I think the defenses were gassed because they were both awful. By the end of the game, the defenses held their own for the first half. But what a roller coaster that game was. I feel bad for Florida fans. They had that one. Field goal to win it. Missed it. Mizzou going to lose at least 2 more. Yeah, they're out on Mizzou. Went toe-to-toe with the best team in the country on the road. That means they suck. 2 more losses for Mizzou. Who are they going to lose to? Tennessee at home, Florida at home, at Arkansas. They're going to be favored in all these games. I don't get it. People just like to shit on Mizzou for absolutely no reason. Jimbo is a clown. Mizzou going to New Year's 6? I think so. Because they're probably, what would they be, 9-3, 10-2? That's New Year's 6. I think so. And I just realized, Cousin Shane, I'm probably, well, nothing's finalized. I shouldn't put the cart in front of the horse here, but I don't think Ole Miss is going to win the SEC. They're not going to win the SEC championship. So the juice tattoo, very unlikely to come through for you. I hate it for you. I do. Kelly, most overrated coach in the SEC. I don't know. There's some overrated ones. I certainly don't think the guy that's won his division first year. How many coaches have done that? Rocket Sanders was back. That was huge. Again, that was what I was pointing to. These players have not quit on Sam Pittman. Anyone suggesting that? Rocket Sanders wouldn't have suited up today. We still got South Carolina fans talking about last year's Tennessee. They're going to be talking about that for 10 years, aren't they? They had something that day at least. I'll give them that. Cousin Shay says it was good to see so many fat guys running with the ball today. It's giving us hope, isn't it? It's giving us all big guys hope that maybe that'll be us one day. Ole Miss going to play you. Man, what a game that's going to be. Ole Miss at Georgia. And let me see here. The SEC, they may have announced this while I've gone live. We're still waiting for some of these kickoffs in the evening here. Don't see that announced yet. We're still waiting for Florida at LSU, Ole Miss at Georgia, and Tennessee at Missouri. CBS game, and then the night games. We still don't have those finalized yet. Usually around this time they announce that, so be on the lookout for that. Michael wants to know, what does Florida realistically have to look forward to? This year's over. Next year looks daunting. Well, they got this quarterback incoming that they're all incredibly excited. He's a 5-star, but again, how many 5-stars come in at quarterback and dominate or do anything? I mean, hell, Tennessee's got one, and they won't even play him. A&M had one last year, and it took till about the 10th game for him to play. So next year, I don't think it's going to, maybe 2025. I think for Florida, we're building towards 25. Look past 24. It's going to be a rough year. Yeah, that's true. Christopher Black, Dumas Johnson, out for the season. That's a blow. All-American linebacker for Georgia. Kirby Smart announced that officially. Cousin Shane going to the game. Cousin Shane's the most wanted man up there in Columbia, Mizzou. Who gets fired first, Jimbo or Arnett? Probably Arnett, because it sounds like some of these media people in College Station, I don't know if they're getting paid or what, but they're touting bring Jimbo back for year 7. Connor Wickman got hurt. If not for that, we'd be elite still. We got to wait till year 8 to fire Jimbo, apparently. I actually picked Alabama to win today here, Brian. I don't know what you're referring to. I've always been a big Alabama fan. Gotta love Pittman, that's for sure. What were your takeaways from Georgia, Mizzou, says Cody? I mean, I thought Mizzou, particularly in the line of scrimmage, they were pretty damn. They were getting after Carson Beck. Carson Beck didn't have his best performance. They were getting after it, I thought. Schrader, who was it here in the top 3 running back? I ain't going that far. But he looked good. Luther Burden stood out. Georgia, though, I mean, they got more talent, more depth, playing at home. That one out in the end, Nazir Stackhouse, that play is going to live in infamy. It's not often you see a nose guard make an interception. That was a backbreaker, if not for that. And hell, Georgia had a long kick to make it a 2-score game. If they missed that, Missouri, maybe they could have stole it. I don't think so, but what else we got here? What else? Yep, exactly. These are the leftover Cousin Shane baby beers that he couldn't finish. Finishing them for him. Beamer is a mix of Butch and Chad Morris. That's not my words. That's Adam there. But I think Shane Beamer, not doing a great job this year, but I thought the last 2 years he did a good job. No way is Jimbo fired. He will hang the hat on. He played with a backup. Yeah. I mean, at some point, though, we're just out of excuses with Jimbo. He's playing with the backup every damn year because they don't have an offensive line. And who's that? I mean, it's all on Jimbo. All these lame-ass excuses, it's on Jimbo. I don't care. Then have a backup quarterback. And they were saying, and hell, I agreed with some of it. Max Johnson's a better backup than maybe outside of Garrett Nussmeier, maybe the best backup in the SEC. So you can't win with the best backup in the SEC, and you're losing every single toss-up game. They haven't won one damn toss-up game. Not one. No, Jimbo fucking sucks. Get his ass out of here. Get us a coach down at Texas A&M, and we will win. But it's never going to happen. We can wait 1 year, we can wait 2 years, we can wait 3 years. Whatever it is, we're just delaying. That's how long it's going to be before A&M is relevant, because they're not relevant as long as Jimbo's the coach here. Cousin Shane says everyone looks skinny next to Cousin Shane. Optical illusion. That's true. That is true. People keep asking, did Pittman save his job? Yes. I don't think he was losing his job unless he lost to FIU. But they got their mojo back. If they can beat Florida on the road. They can beat everybody left on their schedule because they're all home games. Now, I wouldn't pick them to beat Missouri, even though that's in favor, because hell, Missouri owns them. But that I think that's the one it's going to come down to. Michael Rowley says, Billy buyout fund. Urban want to come back? Hmm? We've got more class than that, don't we? I would hope so. Yes, Jalen Milroe keeps getting better. We've been saying that every week. I mean, I think he deserves to be mentioned in the Heisman now. I mean, he's putting that team on his back. It's just, he kind of reminds me a little bit of like Johnny Manziel. I mean, it's like street ball back here. Man, can't stop it. Can't stop him. Coach Prime to Florida. I could see it. College game day headed to Athens next weekend for Ole Miss at Georgia. Some of these, let's look at some of the games next week. This should be a really good week. 2 weeks from now, awful. This week, it's going to be a good one. Ole Miss at Georgia, top 10 showdown. Both teams in the top 10. Tennessee at Missouri, battle for number 2 in the SEC. And hell, Tennessee's still alive. They have to win out, and Georgia's got to lose 2. Very unlikely, but Tennessee's still alive. Florida at LSU. All of a sudden, that's an interesting game because I don't think Jane Daniels is going to play. Alabama at Kentucky. They can clinch the West if they can beat Kentucky. Kentucky beat the shit out of Mississippi State today. They're on the road. First time since 2006, I think, 2008, 2006, something like that. Vanderbilt at South Carolina. South Carolina, they lose this game. They're not going bowling. So, and these teams are about on equal footing here. So I think that'll be a good game. Auburn, Arkansas, they're both battling for bowl. They basically both have to win, I believe. I think Auburn can still get there without winning that game, but they may not get it if they can't beat Arkansas. Mississippi State at Texas A&M, the Fire Bowl. We should just fire whoever loses that game. We should. The coach should not even do the press conference. Cousin Game Day Live. I don't know what you're asking here, Shane. Matt is conflicted on Professor Reaper Shane possibly locking up Mizzou, Tennessee next week. The professor failed us 2-0, now 2-1. He tried to jinx Georgia. That's what he was doing. Couldn't even do it. Didn't get the spread. Georgia still won, but Mizzou lost. Heartbreak City. No one said Georgia almost lost, Ethan. I said they did not have the lead in the third quarter. Is Alabama elite now? No, I don't think so. Not when you have to knock out the other quarterback. Otherwise, you might have lost. Power rank top 3 hot seats in the SEC. Zach Arnett, scorching hot, burning hot. Jimbo right behind him. And then number 3, who we got? Might be old Billy. I don't know if there is a top 3. Sam Pittman, Billy Napier. Let's have them tied for 4th. If they have a bad loss, like if Arkansas loses to FIU, boom, he's back on it. If Billy gets destroyed every one of these games, he's back on it. Back on it. But I think it's just two. I think it's Zach Arnett and it's Jimbo Fisher. And if either one of them return, those fans should be pissed because they're not going anywhere with those coaches. I do have a lean on Tennessee, Missouri, but you're going to have to wait for that. What's the biggest surprise of the day? Biggest surprise? Probably Arkansas. Because, hell, I mean, it's no secret I like Arkansas, but they've broken me so many times, particularly this year. So winning on the road at Florida, I think you gotta hand it to Arkansas. I don't want to say they're back. That's going a bridge too far, but the offense looked capable. You got Rocket Sanders back, makes them all the more dangerous. This is the Arkansas I thought we were going to get. You got to win shootouts. That's what they had to do in the swamp. Had they been able to, I mean, this team today beat the shit out of Mississippi State. They should have. So, Best backup in the SEC is Nico that we refuse to play. All right. What we got here? Anything else? Anything else? I think this Bill just comes in here to talk shit. Hey, clown, my boys beat LSU. What your opinion now of Bama? Well, sir, ma'am, I picked Alabama to win that game and cover the spread. So it's exactly what I thought would happen. I guess you missed Friday's show. Do you still think Rattler is a good quarterback? Yeah, I do. And I'm the guy that had him 9th in the preseason rankings. I mean, I don't know how you watch football or understand football and a guy's just getting obliterated constantly and he keeps getting up and keeps making plays. That makes him a bad player? I don't understand the logic there. I mean, South Carolina's awful, but its defense is awful, offensive line's awful. Receivers keep getting banged up, but they're getting up off the mat. I don't get it. Can't spell fail without Florida. I've never heard that before, Jim, but that's a good one. Year 7 is the year for Jimbo. How bad does Kentucky beat Bama? At least 13 points, I think. I mean, you don't walk into Lexington and come away with a win. You may walk away with Kroger coupons, but you ain't walking away with a win. I can tell you that. Bama loses to Kentucky or Auburn. Boom, says Booster. They lose to both of them. Ole Miss wins the West. How about that? But they got to beat Georgia. Otherwise, that goes out the window. So it's probably out the window. Arkansas, first ever win ever in the swamp. That's pretty impressive. Is Shane Beamer on the hot seat if they lose out? No, I don't think so. I do not think so. Shame Beamer. Is this correct? Oh, that's a good one. That's Jeffrey talking. That's not me. That's not me. Spencer Sanders is probably the best backup quarterback in the SEC. I don't think so. I do not think so. What you did in that minor league does not translate to the SEC. All right, about 30 minutes in. Anything else here? How did Tennessee lose to Florida? I've been asked that question about 600 times since that game, and I think it's probably because Shane and I locked it up. That was probably the number one factor, for being honest. Sam Horn, best back. We're doing this again. We're just naming people. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Shane. Nice plug. Tomorrow, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, live show. Cousin Shane and I recapping all these games. Man, what a weekend of games. No upsets, but still some great. Well, Arkansas, I guess, was an upset, but a great weekend of football nonetheless. Sets up another outstanding weekend. Next weekend, we don't have. It's not like a division deciding weekend, but a lot of intrigue. So a lot to cover. 6 Central, 7 Eastern. That's probably confusing as hell. Live, YouTube, Facebook, all that. But we'll catch you tomorrow.